Welcome to the short video on the Sabita Carbon Tool. The purpose of the Sabita Carbon Tool is to assist producers in calculating their carbon emissions. It is a Microsoft Excel tool with multiple tabs. First up, we're going to introduce the Carbon Tool Disclaimer tab. The Disclaimer tab outlines that this tool is provided by Sabita on an as-is and as-available basis without any warranties or representations of any kinds, either express or implied. The tool is intended to assist with calculating annual carbon footprints and completing the associated carbon tax emission forms pertaining to stationary and non-stationary emissions. Use of the tool is entirely at the user's own risk and is the user's responsibility to verify all emission factors, inputs, assumptions, calculations, and outputs. We also highlight that to use the tool accurately, users should complete the tool based on auditable and accurate sources of information such as invoices from suppliers. It is recommended that users store all source information used to populate the tool in a safe and easy to find location for their internal verification of the tool's results, and also for any audits that may be undertaken. The most important tab of the Carbon Tool is the Front Page tab. The Front Page tab is used to drive the tool and should be completed before any other tabs are completed. The fields that are shown in green are the ones that need to be completed by the user. The first few fields are basic information about the company and the plant. The next fields are the calculation period for the tool. Next up is the stationary fuel combustion section. Here you should add in a list of all fuel types that are used for stationary purposes on your site. So for instance, diesel used in a generator is a stationary fuel type. When adding in a new stationary fuel, firstly, the IPCC code needs to be identified. This can be identified by going to the Notes tab, looking at the list of the types of activities that may be on site, and then choosing the relevant IPCC code. If we click on the drop-down list, we can see the codes that are available for stationary combustion. We can choose that. Then if we click here, we can see which are the various fuel types that are available. And we need to add paraffin to the front page here. And then finally, we need to add in the unit that we receive the fuel in for the calculations. Once the stationary section has been completed, the user should scroll down and complete the non-stationary section. At the end of the tab is some summary information. Once the front page tab has been completed, the user can now complete the month tabs of the tool. As you can see, most of the information on the month tabs is now populated based on the information completed on the front page of the tool. And as you can see, the user just needs to complete the total amount of fuel type for each of the fuel categories that's been added into the front page. This needs to be done for both stationary fuels and, if you scroll down, also for non-stationary fuels. In addition, information needs to be added on the electricity consumption for the month, as well as the raw materials. As you can see, the raw materials are listed here and can be adjusted depending on the site, and the quantity in tons for the raw materials can be added here. And finally, the production figures for the month. The quantity in tons should be filled in here, and changes to the production types can also be made since these are green fields. The production and raw material figures are used for calculating efficiency on the site. The tab also has a small output section which summarizes what's been filled in for the month. Once the January tab has been completed, the user can then complete February, March, etc. Once all the month tabs have been completed, the user can look at two tabs that summarize the information that's been put in the tool. The first of these summary tabs is the Year-to-Date tab. The Year-to-Date tab summarizes the information that's been completed elsewhere in the tool. It has the general information about the company, a high-level summary of the information put in for the months, and then a summary of the key figures for the year, for instance, the overall energy consumption, the electricity used for the year, and the carbon footprint for the year. The next summary tab is the carbon tax tab. This has been designed to help the user complete their carbon tax forms. There are two forms that this tab helps with: the stationary fuel combustion form provided by SARS and the non-stationary fuel combustion form. The carbon tax tab doesn't require any information to be completed and provides a summary from the previous tabs. Users should highlight the information presented for the stationary fuels, copy it, and then paste it into the SARS form. Once this has been completed for the stationary section, the user can scroll down and do the same exercise for the non-stationary form. Carbon Tool also has a number of key tabs which summarize information that's used to make the calculations of the tool. The first key tab has general factors that are used for a variety of calculations. The second key tab, key S, provides the emission factors that are used for stationary fuels. And the third tab, key NS, is used for the emission factors for non-stationary fuels. The final tabs of the tool are the Notes and Version tabs. The Notes tab will help you understand some of the terms used in the tool and to understand better how the calculations are made. The Version tab provides the latest version number of the tool and the changes that have been made for this latest version. Thanks for watching this short video on the Sabita Carbon Tool.